2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA. Right now, let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up.
Here we go.
You look at the Nets. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
So the Nets starting five. Green out there with Randall. Then it's Morant. Then it's Cody Zeller. And it's Dinwiddie in at the two guard. And for the Lakers, we've got Thomas Bryant. Terry Rozier is out there with Curry. Then there's Warren, and it's Harrell in at the center, filling out the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the regular season approaching its conclusion, Clark. Some have suggested pushing back the regular season permanently.
You know what, Kevin? I would love to push back the regular season and reduce the number of games. Now, that would be an idea that I would be willing to try to get some traction for.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. It's the Nets now. Dinwiddie against Bryant. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Morant. No good. AT that time from Curry.
And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the Lakers get called for the foul. Brooklyn shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both. And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Warren finds Curry. Back to Warren. Launches a 3. Doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Now here's Green. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Rozier against Dinwiddie. And it's Rozier missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And there's Zeller, and that's good on the assist by Dinwiddie.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Warren, good.
You know, Warren's role on this team is to score the basketball and to do it from just about anywhere, but particularly these spots on the floor.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Curry wide open. Randall grabs the board. Passes it to Dinwiddie. And the call is going to be Yes, it is an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but...
And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets out in front, up by 4. And we'll be back right after this.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had a lot.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Steph Curry. Harrell is out there with Thomas Bryant. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Warren in at the 3 slot. Warren against Green. Randall outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Unselfish, good vision. Nice dime by Julius.
There's the pass to Harrell. Now Rozier. Dinwiddie covering. Rozier, the pass to Warren. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Hey, T.J. Warren is definitely a scorer. He's got a shoot-first mentality, but he'll give it up if you're open.
Morant dishes to Dinwiddie. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Bryant slams it in.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Here's Curry. The shot's good. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
One of the things coaches like is aggressive players, and Rozier is that in spades.
Morant, that's for 2. You can't get that one. And it's the Lakers the other way. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year. Here's Warren. And too long on the shot.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Danny Green. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately, averaging about 19 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's Bryant missing.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Here's Dinwiddie. That one off the back iron and out. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 4. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Razor-sharp focus there from Rozier earned him that trip to the line.
Lakers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the word is they challenge each other, guys. I mean, each and every one of them. to improve their free throw shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you see the results individually and as a whole.
Dinwiddie outside. And no good that time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6. And that should do.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Nets with the lead. Setting the floor for the Nets. Handle out there with Zeller. Then it's Green. Then it's Morant. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, you know, in Cody Zeller, I think they've got a guy who does all the little things like making good, smart passes and creating open shots for others.
Over in the corner, Rozier. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
For Brooklyn, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Harrell, the pass to Rozier, shoots over Dinwiddie. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Rozier.
How about Terry Rozier flashing the in-between game? Nice.
Pass to Zeller. Back to Morant. And he gets it to go. Morant's got 8 points.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
They double-team Curry. To the paint, Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
It's such a smart pass from Curry. There isn't much this guy can't do with the ball in his hands. He sees the whole court.
Here's Morant. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Lakers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Curry against Morant. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Warren.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Morant passes to Zeller. Dinwiddie. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Oh,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. And for the Nets, they're shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Randall with the bucket.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
Lakers have gotten every shot that drops since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Outside Bryant. Back to Curry. Lock at 6. Pass to Warren. Fades and shoots. A shot by Bryant, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Here's Randall. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
There's your bully ball right there. I mean, a lot of folks think that's all Randall is a bully baller. With those big shoulders and that muscular body, he does a nice job putting them to use.
Down low, Harrell trying to free himself up. Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 2 points now on the basket from Warren.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Zeller up top. Back to Morant. Zeller trying to free himself up, and it's Morant. That time on the assist by Zeller. Zeller's got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Bryant. Back to Curry from deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
And I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
Here's Morant. Zeller dishes to Morant. Goes back up. Dinwiddie with the bucket. 18 points for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's the Nets up by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Rozier's out there with Steph Curry. Then it's Thomas Bryant. Then there's Harrell, and it's Warren in at the 3. Rozier kicks to Bryant. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Warren.
Boy, Warren does a nice job, I think, of putting himself in position for those catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Feeds to Dinwiddie. A beautiful reverse layup. Dinwiddie's got 20.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Warren finds Curry. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
You cannot afford to ignore Rozier in those situations. I mean, he's a good rebounder for a guard.
And there's the pass to Morant. Now Zeller back to Morant. From the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's Rozier. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Randall passes to Morant. Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude, like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there.
Here's Curry. It's good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Morant. It's good. 14 points for John Morant.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Morant against Curry. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Dinwiddie passes to Randall. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Dinwiddie against Rozier. Dinwiddie drives in. And finally they hit one. And it's a 5-point Nets lead. Morant against Curry. Here's the floater. And he lays it up and in. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills. Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants. Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds. Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Dinwiddie up top. Rozier defending. It counts.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
And the Lakers call time here. They're behind by 3. There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Timeout called the Nets. .36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Randall.
Boy, this young kid is fun. Randall proving that the moment, not too big for him.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 2. 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Six-second difference between the shot and game play. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Absolutely fearless is Scary Terry. Nothing holding this guy back in the big moments.
Timeout called the Nets. Dinwiddie against Rozier. Dinwiddie with it. And the rejection by Harrell. Rozier for 3. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got T.J. Warren. Steph Curry's out there with Rozier. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And Harrell's in at the center position. Curry kicks to Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Harrell, that's good.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
No one covering. And the Nets lead by 3.
Well, this is where we talk about Morant's versatility. He can work off the ball because he's worked so hard on that jumper. Boy, where is the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
They kick it out to Green. It's good from beyond the arc.
Danny Green has been clutch throughout his career. As a matter of fact, I think he gets more fired up the higher the stakes.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 4. There's 53 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Top Curry, guarded by Morant. Harrell, it's not going to go for him. Morant with some nice D. Randall passes to Morant. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. They'll double him with Harrell. Here's Zeller. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Zeller's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
You know, Zeller is no stranger to contact. As a matter of fact, I like the combination he has of both finesse and power to go through that kind of defense.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're trailing by 6. 29 seconds left to play in the first overtime. And the Lakers have possession. Curry can't get it to go.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
The combination of scoring and passing at that PG position makes Morant valuable, an all-around player with a bright future. And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. And they have David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.